And a glimpse inside the locker room. Players' final few moments to prepare for the game and the task ahead. Welcome, everybody, to another presentation of the NBA Live on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan. I'll be joined by Greg Anthony, Tim Lakeland, and we'll be hearing from our reporter, Allie LaForce, in the sidelines as well. Here's a look at some of the stats for Naz Reid.
And guys, I think the best way to measure his performance these last 10 games is his effective field goal percentage, which has improved, a sign that his game is in much better shape than it was not too long ago.
And now the opening lineup for Detroit. Harris steps in at the 4 with Duran at the center spot. Cade Cunningham out there with Duncan Robinson. And it's Thompson in at the 3. And for the Timberwolves, out to the forward, it'll be McDaniels and Randall. Guard and off guard, filled by DiVincenzo and Edwards. And it's Gobert in at the center, locking down the middle. Fans have been waiting for this one, Tim. Always fun to see the marquee names go head-to-head.
Well, it's exciting to see these guys out here for sure. You want to test yourself against the very best that this league has to offer. That's what we're going to get. It's time to see how they stack up.
You always want to measure yourself, don't you? Where you are individually and as a team, am I correct?
No question about it.
DiVincenzo passes to Gobert. Pass to DiVincenzo. Back to Gobert. Good on the bucket.
And the big man from France, Gobert, a menace around the rim.
And here are the Pistons. 4-point game. Duran down low. Gobert on him.
Well, this is a good reminder for anybody who thinks he's too small for a 5. His athletic ability totally levels the playing field.
And Edwards slams it in.
Aggressive drive by Edwards, going into attack mode on that one.
And we've got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. Shams, what's the story?
Thanks. Well, the Detroit Pistons looking to build on...
Oh, man! Oh, whoa. That is just nasty right there by Duran.
And a good-looking view of that throwdown from the AT&T Connected Cam. Here's Edwards. Edwards drawing the double team. Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish. For Detroit, they've gone 2 or 3 here to start off the game.
He can take off from anywhere at any time. Edwards always a threat.
Cunningham against DiVincenzo. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. That's on Jaden McDaniel. You know, Tim, one thing you hear about Cade Cunningham is his leadership skills.
Yeah, Kevin, he is very mature and unselfish. While this team definitely revolves around his play, he doesn't make it all about himself. And that is the difference. And what you respect about Cade Cunningham is that he puts his team on his back. He does everything he can to deliver whatever they need. Well, they did a great job putting a body on him, and they didn't allow him to convert.
If you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. And slam dunk by Harris.
And I like Harris mixing that into his game. That time he screened the defender, and then he found himself open for a shot.
Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Alan LaForce on the sideline.
Well, I had a chance to catch up with head coach Chris Finch. I asked him what his thoughts were on Cade Cunningham, and he said Cade is extremely talented. He's got great size. He plays under control. He's one of those guys that makes his teammates better. It's easy to see why he initiates so much of their offense. Back to you guys.
Great work as always, Allie. Thank you.
And what a creative finisher. Edwards is so fast in how he gets up to throw it down.
We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Here's Cunningham. Harris outside. To Cunningham. Just 5 on the clock. No good. That would have tied it.
I'm surprised he missed that one. He is a dangerous guy to leave open.
Stolen by Thompson. It's Cunningham with the drive.
Get that out of here. Gobert doing his job to protect the rim. And that's a terrific sequence at both ends there. There was the block shot, then the run out, and nice finish on the break.
And so the... timeout here by J.B. Bickerstaff. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys. And here are the best transition teams in the NBA. We're looking at the real stats, the real scores from the real NBA. In the third spot, the Pistons.
You know, it's an entertaining style of play. And look, I mean, those are the baskets you want if you've got the legs for it. Scoring becomes a lot easier.
Cunningham finds Harris. The Pistons working the ball around now. 6 to shoot. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
Yeah, finding a way. That's what Harris does.
Timberwolves leading by 4. Randall passes to DiVincenzo. Randall down low. Harris is there. Randall no good. Stolen by McDaniel. 4-on-3 break. Edwards, that's good. Edwards got 11 points.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they shot the basketball.
Robinson for 3. Here's Harris. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
That is aggressive work inside by Harris, a veteran forward who understands how to get to the line.
Pistons have shot 2 free throws, and they're 1 of 2 so far. That's good from Harris. So Anthony Edwards, the Timberwolves franchise player. GA, how good do you think he can be?
Well, some were ready to anoint him the new face of the league. But if they're to win the franchise's first title, there's another level he's got to reach.
A shake. And it's Randall getting it to go. Randall's got his second bucket of the night.
And how about the touch there inside? And that's where Randall likes to get the ball, and you can see why.
Robinson for three. Drills it from outside.
He's an absolute beast to deal with for the defense. Sometimes he can even leave you feeling helpless.
For three, Edwards. It falls for the sixth time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from Rain.
Yeah, he was so ready to answer that. These teams are just battling.
Anthony Edwards has been leading the charge for the Minnesota Timberwolves. He totaled 14 points in the quarter. He's given them all the offense they need right now. We've got more in store for you right after this. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1/4 of action so far. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Timberwolves.
They have started this game looking to push the tempo, and it's working for them. Great job scoring in transition.
And I like how they played defense, turning turnovers into points. Those are huge.
The wingmen, Edwards and McDaniel. The big men on the floor for him, Randall and Gobert. And it's DiVincenzo in at the point. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. And the first one at the line is good. Greg, you think about the value of those sage veterans on a team, guys that have been around the block, played a lot of years. Why are they so important?
Well, a lot of times they'll echo the message of the head coach. And I tell you what, it's also, as a coach, you love having those veteran players because you can trust what they're going to do on the floor. That consistency is really important, not just for the coaches, but the teammates.
Pistons trailed by 4. It's Duran, top of the key. Minnesota with the rebound. Gobert's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. They get the rebound, and Randall throws it down.
And the defense cannot underestimate Randall's strength. Pushes right through the contact and gets the shot.
Harris, right side. Pass to Robinson. Back to Harris. Good, and the assist goes to Robinson. Harris has got 4 this quarter.
Yeah, he found some room there along the baseline. Some space at the rim. Goes right up and puts it in without resistance.
And now, Hallie LaForce has something for us from the sideline.
Thank you, guys. Cade Cunningham is leading the way for this Pistons team. Coach J.B. Bickerstaff said he shows belief in his teammates, and that's what leadership is. He's with you during the good and the bad. That gives the rest of his team more comfort and confidence. Back to you.
Establishing the mindset. Hey, Allie, thank you very much for the report.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. And so the timeout here by J.B. Bickerstaff. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. Check out the Western Conference standings right now that we're here in the new year. You look at the Timberwolves. They're having a solid season. 5th in the conference and looking to move up.
Well, right now for the Timberwolves, they've fulfilled a lot of the promise they showed coming into the season. But they just haven't taken that next leap forward so many thought they might.
Well, I think that extra gear is coming, especially as we get further down the stretch when you're trying to build momentum for a playoff run.
Jalen Duren has certainly enforced him in his NBA. He's a nightly double-double.
Well, he looks like a bouncer at a nightclub, but you forget how young this guy is. If he keeps improving like this, Kevin, he has a chance to be one of the premier bigs in this league.
I was going to say the same thing about you, but I'll call you a Greek god as opposed to a bouncer in a bar. How's that?
I much prefer the Greek god description.
Different look here for Detroit. Javonte Green, he's checked in for Thompson. And Ivy subbed in for Robinson. Cunningham looking around, down low. A second chance effort, and he lays it up and in.
But that is great work inside by Cunningham. He can just beat you in so many ways.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It goes on Jaden Ivey. The Timberwolves shooting their first free throws of the game. All right, legs, follow me here. You look at the rise of teams like Detroit. There's a lot to be said for having young legs.
Well played, Kevin. Well played. And look, today's game exacts a physical toll. And if you think of it, that's especially true when you're playing a team like the Pistons. They play fast and they hit hard.
DiVincenzo against Cunningham. Clock is at 3. Nice defense from McDaniel.
Well, you have a feeling this would be a completely different game if it wasn't for his brutal shooting performance.
And we are seeing tonight why Edwards was selected first overall. Anthony has a special ability to score.
Cunningham against DiVincenzo. Here's Harris. Randall with the block. Near the three-point line, it's DiVincenzo. Randall outside. And Gobert kicks to DiVincenzo. Back to Randall. Pass to DiVincenzo. That's in. Coming off an assist from Randall. Randall's got 3 assists tonight.
Just playing with poise and confidence, and they continue to put points on the board.
I love their approach tonight. They are hitting at a really high percentage.
Cunningham inside. Defended by DiVincenzo. Ivy passes to Duren. And again, unable to change momentum here. Timberwolves leading by 11. Edwards fires from way outside. It's Cunningham with the rebound.
Yeah, another miss from downtown this quarter after being hot in the first.
Duren. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got his 6th rebound on the night.
Really tough quarter for him shooting the basketball.
Out to Edwards. Edwards getting the close range 2.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
From deep, Green. Gobert with the block.
And when Gobert is playing with this kind of aggression on that end, there aren't many better at defending.
9 seconds left to play in the first half. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pistons will retain possession. Seven seconds left in the second quarter. Holland, no good.
Yeah, he probably shouldn't have taken that shot there. The defensive intensity was all over.
And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves. 13 points up at the end of the period. Their strategy has been clear tonight. Work the ball inside, get shots in the paint, and now they are scoring with ease. And don't go away. We'll be Right back.
These are return tickets from the court. And get ready for the big half-court shot. Drum roll, please.
Hello, everybody. We're here to break it all down.
It's all been gravy, baby, and you know I know all the flavors of gravy. Movement, finding good looks, and shooting the ball at a high clip.
Yeah, beautiful execution at the offensive end. They're in firm control of this game from that standpoint, guys.
How many kinds of gravy are there?
There's barbecue, there's pineapple, there's
gravy.
orange.
And time now to swing it around as we take a look at the upcoming schedule.
In a game against the Bulls, don't let a lack of focus steal one from you. Overlooking lesser opponents, but that's when they come in and bite you.
I overlook all opponents.
In terms of what? Height? Confidence? Both? Don't even answer. I know the answer. Thanks for spending halftime with us. Time to get it back out to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. You know, Anthony Edwards has been exceptional here, guys.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
There is nothing better than watching scorers get their points within the flow of the offense.
Tipping off the second half, here's J.B. Bickerstaff's 5. We've got Asar Thompson, Isaiah Stewart out there with Holland. Then it's Duncan Robinson, and it's Jenkins in at the point. And great when you're dealing with this Timberwolves team fairly deep, and size up front.
That can wear you down over the course of a game, and especially in a playoff series, a real strength of this team.
And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Kevin. The Pistons are growing. Coach J.B. Bickerstaff said, I appreciate the work that the guys have put in, and I'm proud of what they're becoming. But we have more work to do. We're still taking steps. Our guys have improved. The team has improved, but we're not finished yet. Back to you.
On the rise. Hey, Allie, thank you very much for the report. Thompson misses. Minnesota leading by 13. Here's Edwards. Gobert outside for Randall. Conley, the pass to Edwards. Just 5 to shoot. Shoots over Jenkins. Rebound by the Pistons.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look. And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
Right there, the defender clearly trying to inhibit a fast break. I think that's a transition take foul. Hey, Tim, if you could start a franchise with one player not named Wembanyama, who would you select?
I think I'd go with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander right now. When you look at his age, combined with the fact that I believe he is the single toughest individual cover in the NBA, he can just collapse defenses at will.
That is so well said. Would you pick a position or the player? How would you discern between those two thoughts?
I think the key for me is I want to take a guy who's going to make the decisions for me with the basketball in his hands. When you have a ball-dominant league with stars controlling the action, I want that one guy who I know I can pencil in high-level production every night.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Highland's checked in. No one near Edwards as he lets it fly.
2K Sports. Welcome to our Wednesday night coverage of the NBA. Tonight, we'll see the San Antonio Spurs as they play against the Minnesota Timberwolves here at Target Center. With Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg, I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce is our reporter. And while we have a second, let's take a quick peek at the rebounding numbers for Julius Randle.
Well, it's a downward trend, and that could be for many reasons. Maybe they're asking him to play different roles. Sometimes it's the guys around you if you're playing alongside a great rebounder. There aren't as many boards to go around, so you really have to dig into the details to understand why this is happening.
Now the starting group for San Antonio. Fox at the 1 with Castle at the 2. Barnes plays the 4 with Wemby standing tall in the middle. And it's Vassell in at the 3. And for Minnesota, McDaniels at the 3 with Randall at the 4. DiVincenzo and Edwards are the backcourt. And it's Gobert in at the center position. When it comes to these two teams, Grant, you have to expect they'll be relying on their front courts to get it done here.
Yeah, I think that's right, B.A. It should be an old-fashioned battle amongst the bigs. And whoever gets the edge in that matchup, I think gets the W. But we'll see. The first of many tonight. Both teams have legit offensive talent.
Boy, I tell you what, that's going to be like a pinball machine, the way that scoreboard's going to light up.
Wembanyama. It's blocked by Gobert. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Gobert. It's time to take a glance again at that superb block.
That'll put some fear into the shooters, and he made sure to do it early, too.
San Antonio with the ball. Wembanyama finds Castle. 5 to shoot. Launches it. Some solid defense from Edwards. And so Randall will bring it up for Minnesota. Edwards, no good. Edwards against Castle. And the layup is good off the glass.
Yeah, and that's where Castle is most effective, when he's getting downhill and attacking.
All right, we've now got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. He's got a special report. Shams, it's all yours.
Well, the Timberwolves this summer signing extensions to keep their elite front court intact. In bringing back Julius Randle and Naz Reid, they maintain a team strength, one that seems more necessary than ever in the loaded West, guys.
Making the commitment. Okay, thanks for the report, Shams. Here's Gobert. Back to Edwards. Good ball movement here by Minnesota. Randle outside. They double Randle. Out of bounds. It'll be Spurs ball.
Total mix-up right there. They need to get on the same page and fast.
Here's Wembanyama. Last game for him, he had 14. Pass to Vassell. Fires for 3. McDaniels with the rebound.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
That one goes in.
Basically just ignored that contact inside. Really tough finish by McDaniels.
Here's Fox, and De'Aaron Fox picks up the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
A great job to establish position and square up.
Excellent example of toughness and physicality on defense. Got his nose right in the middle of things and made a play.
Picked by Gobert. Here's Edwards. Oh, it's blocked by Wembanyama.
With great mobility in the 8-foot wingspan. Yes, 8 foot. Wembanyama easily wipes that shot away. And that'll fire up your team. Great defensive play at one end and instant offense at the other.
Here's Randall. Out to DiVincenzo. Pass to Edwards. From the arc. Rebound by San Antonio.
Yeah, you know, he usually makes you pay from that range.
DiVincenzo with the steal. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey, guys. Well, Victor Wembanyama drawing fans league-wide. Pacers coach Rick Carlisle proclaimed, "I've never seen a player like this. I'm in awe of his talent, his size, his aptitude for the game, his skill, his feel, you name it. And in due time, it's very possible that he will be the face of world basketball. Guys, back to you.
He's taken over. Okay, Allie, good stuff. McDaniels passes to Randall. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Timberwolves.
Well, the effort they've shown on defense has been infectious. Everyone on this team continuing to jump at opportunities to come away with steals.
And, you know, another thing that's been working for them tonight, scoring off turnovers, points off miscues. They've been converting any mistakes at the other end.
When you watch De'Aaron Fox, is there anything that sticks out to you, Grant?
Well, B.A., this league has the best athletes in the world, and Fox looks like maybe the quickest guy out there on most nights. His change of direction is especially elite.
1:06 left now in the first quarter. Edwards, the pass to Gobert. Another shot, and that's 2 points on the layup. Gobert's got his second basket of the game.
From in close, it's game over when Gobert has the ball.
Here's Fox. It's blocked by Gobert. McDaniels passes to DiVincenzo. Over to the left wing. Here's Randall. Pass to McDaniels. Clock at 6. Stolen by Castle. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. And the dunk by Wembanyama.
And Wembanyama can dunk it basically just standing up. You gotta keep him out of the paint.
And he makes it.
Boy, he is fundamentally sound. Tough cover.
Spurs trail by 4. The three. It's blocked by Gobert. They get it back to the middle. Oh, Wembanyama throws it down.
Terrific follow-through from Wembanyama, proving getting enough shots in close to play inside out.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. The T-Wolves on top. They're up by 4. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. All right, let's quickly break down the game, what we've seen so far from the Timberwolves, guys.
It's simple. When you can protect the rim the way they have, it's a big advantage.
Yeah, you know, you have a guy in there blocking a bunch of shots or multiple players blocking shots. It causes the offense to think twice when they go up for shots in there.
On the court for San Antonio here in the second. Barnes plays the 4 with Wemby standing tall in the middle. Fox at the 1 with Castle at the 2. And it's Vassell in at the 3 spot. Minnesota leading by 4. It's stolen by Fox. Wembanyama. Oh, Wembanyama throws it down.
Yeah, the dunk by Wemby might be the most effortless dunk you'll see.
Edwards, the pass to Gobert. Randall outside. Good on the shot. Randall's got his second bucket of the night.
Yeah, their defense is starting to wear down. That's 3 straight buckets at the rim.
Barnes, no good. And the Spurs willing to be patient with this rebuild, but when De'Aaron Fox became available, Grant, they did not blink.
Yeah, he's just too dynamic to pass up and still young enough to grow with their core. Now it's about making the pieces click.
And here's the timeout from Mitch Johnson now. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. Cornette's checked in for Victor Wembanyama. Let's see the stat sheet here for Anthony Edwards.
And he's having issues at the free throw line at the moment. In the past 10 games, his touch hasn't been the same as it was before. He'll be trying to correct that tonight.
Now here's Fox. Coming in off a 14-point game last time out. Cornette sets a screen. Down low. Yes! And a nice assist from Fox. Cornette's got his first points of the night.
Hard not to respect how good Fox is in the pick and roll. Excellent at making the pocket pass.
And yep, it's good.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
And here's Edwards outside. And it's Cornette with a rebound.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Castle finds Barnes. San Antonio moving the ball around. It's Barnes on the wing. The three, Vassell. It's rebounded by Minnesota. Defeated by Utah in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
Yeah, for 3 quarters, they were the much better team. But when the lead started to slip away, they just lost their composure.
Now here's Edwards. 7-point game. Biggest lead so far.
Just cannot allow DiVincenzo to shoot it from there.
Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Fox against DiVincenzo. Vassell outside over McDaniels. That's short off the rim.
It can be tough to find space in the mid-range area. Probably should have passed that one up.
Around the middle part of the year, Clark. How much are these teams looking to the future?
Well, it's hard not to. I mean, it's human nature to kind of look ahead. Coaches and players that are leaders on their respective teams have to keep themselves and their teammates in the moment. And that's part of the coach's responsibility, I think.
Now here's Vassell. He's scoreless. It's blocked by Gobert.
That's exactly what Rudy brings to your team on the defensive end.
For 3, DiVincenzo. Doesn't go that time. Castle on the wing, guarded by Edwards. And here we go, the Timberwolves on the run. Edwards all the way to the rim.
He was way ahead of the pack. No one around to contest. He can do anything he wants in that situation.
You know, and not leaving anything to chance either. That's why he takes it right to the bucket.
And here's the timeout from Mitch Johnson now. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. A big group substitution here for San Antonio. Victor Wembanyama's checked in for Cornette. Sohan comes in for Barnes. Champagny, he's checked in for Vassell. And it's Johnson in for Castle. Fox surveying the D. Can they get it? And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. And the Wolves still seeking their first title, Clark.
Yep, the Lakers won 5 championships when they played in Minneapolis, BA, way in the day. The Timberwolves joined the league in 1989, and they're still trying to bring another basketball title to the city. And Fox has a lot of game. I mean, really good at distributing the ball, getting into the lane, and getting his guys involved.
And so he hits both. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. DiVincenzo pass to Gobert. Oh, ferocious from Gobert.
Gobert plays as tough at the rim offensively as anybody in the league.
Spurs trail by 14. Here's Fox. Hauled in by DiVincenzo. Minnesota has gone 2 of 4 from the perimeter in the second so far. Here's Gobert. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama. The Spurs have gotten only 2 of 8 field goals to go in the second.
Tough break for the defense. I mean, he took the hit, but he didn't get the call.
Yeah, but he was late to get there, so the referee couldn't give him a free pass on that one.
San Antonio shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
And guys, that's really an upgrade over how they shot last season. Not a huge upgrade, but an upgrade nonetheless.
No good on that one.
Yeah, he's a fearless player. I mean, Sohan not afraid to give up his body to give his team a better chance.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Reed's checked in.
And they seem to have taken a more heads-on approach this quarter, and it's getting them to the free throw line.
Yeah, I don't think it's an accident that aggressiveness correlates with playing better. So the aggressiveness is starting to pay off.
Fox with the ball. DiVincenzo picks him up. Fox the pass to Sohan. It's rebounded by Minnesota. Gobert's got 4 rebounds now. DiVincenzo on the wing. There's the 3. And that makes him 3 for 4. He's looking good.
Yeah, after a nothing first quarter, he's bounced back nicely.
There's 25 seconds left in the first half. Fox against DiVincenzo. Pass to Johnson. Yes! And a nice assist from Fox. Fox has got 4 assists in the game. Edwards finds Reed. Back to Edwards. It's McDaniels on the wing. No good on the 3. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves with an impressive 16-point lead heading into the break. Defense is setting the tone. We're coming right back. Don't go anywhere.
Come one, come all. The 2K halftime is here, and so's our breakdown of the upcoming.
It's a good opportunity for them to gain some momentum. On paper, they should win a lion's share of these matchups.
Well, we'll see if they can go on a run, and you're talking Lions. I'm saying they have the horses to do it. And now, how about that first half? Talk about a dominating display for the Timberwolves. And that'll do it for us. Thanks for stopping by. We'll head back down to Brian Anderson and crew for the start of the
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. It's been quite a game for Dante DiVincenzo.
Yeah, they've done an amazing job of creating room to operate for him. And then, of course, executing.
And you know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
DiVincenzo and Edwards are the backcourt. Rudy Gobert is out there with Naz Reid. And it's McDaniels in at the 3, small forward. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. The Timberwolves coach, Chris Finch, said, "We're a team based on movement, cutting, and fluidity. That burden also falls on Anthony Edwards to move and accommodate his teammates. For his part, Ant said his focus is being what the team needs me to be, a leader by example, and showing them that I'm coachable." Back to you guys.
Okay, Allie, thanks a lot. The #1 overall pick in 2020. Grant, you think Anthony Edwards has a shot to become the best American-born player in the NBA?
You know, I think his aspiration is higher than that, BA. He's thinking MVP, face of the league. And if you ask me, he has the talent to do it.
Barnes, he's checked in for Olynyk.
Well, if he can somehow get into a rhythm offensively, I think they could stretch this lead.
And Grant, offensively, Wemby has a lot of different options. Talk about his game.
Well, put simply, we've never seen a 7-footer with this array of skills. He's an efficient shooter from anywhere, and the length to just about ignore defenders. I mean, he's got it all.
Ingles, he's checked in for McDaniels. And San Antonio with a change here, too. Harper, he's checked in for Fox.
He's shooting well, doing his best to keep this offense in gear, but he hasn't had a lot of support.
Pass to Reed. Now here's Gobert. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Gobert's got 8 points.
This is what he gives you night in and night out. Stellar production at the offensive end.
And now the T-Wolves on the break. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. And the Timberwolves lead by 20.
He's getting it done offensively, making winning plays at every turn.
And stolen by Edwards. Pass break, Minnesota. And it's going to be a goaltending call here, so they will count the bucket.
He almost blocked that shot.
Always one of the more disputed calls in the game. Goaltending. Coach is convinced the ball was not on the way down. He'll use his challenge.
This can be a tough one. With goaltending, it's such a fine line. Clear and conclusive evidence never comes into effect.
The previous play is under review.
The coach's challenge on calls like this, we're able to slow down the action and see exactly where the ball is when it's touched. Hard to do that.
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
And here we go. The call will stand.
That'll cost them a timeout and their one and only coach's challenge. Goaltending calls can be so tough to make. You understand why he wanted a closer look at it. We'll see if he regrets it.
Minnesota with some changes. Rudy Gobert's checked in for Reed. Randall comes in for Miller. And Jaden McDaniels subbed in for Juzang. Champagnie, he's checked in for San Antonio. Pass to Harper. Back to Wembanyama. McDaniels with the rebound. McDaniels got 4 rebounds now. Here's Gobert. Back to Edwards. For 3. It's hauled in by Wembanyama. Wembanyama's got 4 rebounds in the game. Back to Castle. Ooh, powered down with both hands.
Showing how athletic he is. When Castle sees room for takeoff, he jumps all over it.
DiVincenzo, pass to Randall. Outside, DiVincenzo. Good ball movement here by Minnesota. Just 5 on the clock. 4-3. Nails it from 3. DiVincenzo's got 11 points. And you might think the toughest picks are set by the bruisers. But some say the shooters actually set the best screens. Why is that?
Well, the guy guarding a shooter doesn't want to leave their side. So when they screen you, you get no help.
Back to Randall. The 3 is up. Rebound by San Antonio. Wembanyama's got his 5th rebound in this one. Randall, the pass to Gobert. And here's Edwards outside. Counted from distance. He's got 11.
Their ball movement on this has led to a lot.
So aggressive and a determined finisher. Nice.
And guys, I like the fact that he chose the one-hand tomahawk slam because you get a little higher when you go off one hand and 1 foot.
Vassell, he's checked in for San Antonio. De'Aaron Fox comes in for Harper. Minnesota's got 6 out of 15 threes so far in this game. For 3, DiVincenzo. Rebound by San Antonio. Wembanyama's got his 6th rebound on the night. It's tipped. 1:05 left in the 3rd. And Castle with the basket on the assist from Vassell.
Always ready to fire. Castle wasting no time.
DiVincenzo finds McDaniels. Randall inside. Covered by Wembanyama. Randall can't hit. For San Antonio, they've gone 4 of 8 in the 3rd. Fox. It's rebounded by Minnesota.
You hate to pile on, but his poor shooting night has really hurt the team.
DiVincenzo, pass to Randall. Fox against Edwards. For 3, DiVincenzo. Here's Gobert. Nice work on the boards, paying off with a basket. Gobert's got 8 points here in the quarter.
No misses for him yet in this quarter. Solid as a rock.
Fox, that's good.
Man, I like how confident Fox is inside. I mean, awesome. Absolutely awesome. Getting good positioning close to the basket.
Back to Daniels. Jacks up a 3. The shot won't fall. And so it's Rudy Gobert making things happen for Minnesota. 8 points in the quarter, showing how effective he can be. And more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way right after this. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Woo, I'm fired up to see this dish one more time. It's always great to see your 2 guards share the wealth.
Yeah, platinum level dime dropping there, fellas. Accurate and on time.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. All right, on the floor for San Antonio starting the 4th quarter. Castle at the 2 with Vassell at the 3. Barnes plays the 4 with Wemby standing tall in the middle. And it's Fox in at the point. Well, some lament the death of the mid-range jumper in today's game. Grant, you got any fixes?
Well, some have suggested cutting out the corner threes. If the three-point line was only like above the break, teams would probably need to rely more on that mid-range.
And the second free throw is good.
And talk about a guy who just keeps getting better and better and better. Vassell is one of the more complete players in this game.
Now here's Edwards. Outside McDaniels. From deep. And Edwards good for 3.
They've had a hard time shutting down the three-point shot.
And they're not making up for it with their own shots from deep either, so that's a double-edged sword there.
Fox with the ball. DiVincenzo covering.
Fox never afraid to take it right at the defense on the drive. An excellent display of speed there.
Outside McDaniels. Back to DiVincenzo. Pass to Edwards. Here is DiVincenzo. McDaniels got room. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama. Wembanyama's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Knocks it down from distance.
A slow start for him, but making amends here in the second half.
First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth. DiVincenzo finds Randall. Back to DiVincenzo. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Randall with a steal, and it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Randall. Highland, he's checked in for Minnesota. Mike Conley comes in for DiVincenzo. And San Antonio also making a switch. Cornette's checked in for Victor Wembanyama. Here's Fox. It's good.
Boy, he's been a different player here in the second half, looking much more comfortable on the offensive end.
Conley looking for an opening. Outside for Randall. Outside Conley. Reed to screen on Fox. Here's Randall. Now McDaniels. Just 5 to shoot. Good. 5 for 9 shooting so far.
Strong work inside by the 6'9" Jaden McDaniels, showing how effective he can be down there.
Here's Fox. Yes, sir!
They just look so overwhelmed inside. That's why they continue to get attacked.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse for them.
And there's a whistle. That goes on Devin Vassell. That's his first foul of the game. And Minnesota with some changes. Rudy Gobert's checked in for Reed. And Clark has subbed in for Highland. McDaniels. And he dunks it down.
Things are on point for McDaniels offensively, and his team doing a good job supporting his work.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Anthony Edwards is checked in for Clark, and it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Mike Conley.
Absolutely ruthless. He's not about to start showing mercy now.
Guys, when you're this hot, it's elementary. Let it fly. Keep staying at it. He's hard to stop once he gets to the rim. That's great defense right there.
Back to Randall. Good. The assist goes to Edwards. Edwards got 5 assists tonight.
Randall's got an unorthodox game, but he's got a good, strong upper body, which makes him a very consistent scorer inside. You won't see that from him very often, missing the bunny like that.
And you can see how scary this team can be when everything is clicking for them. Just a terrific performance for the Timberwolves.
Check out their assist numbers.
They didn't get stuck in isolation. They got the ball to the guys who had the best matchups.
And this will give them their 28th win of the year.
And with this victory, they conclude this season series, having won 3 out of 4 games these two teams played.
This gives them some gloating room, if you will. It's a special win because now they'll finish 3-1 against them.
And we get spoiled sometimes, but we should take a second to appreciate what a sensational performance this has been for Anthony Edwards.
You look forward to playing with someone who doesn't just move the ball, but moves it with a purpose.
Now here's Randall. Here's DiVincenzo. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a 3-point play. DiVincenzo, no good on the free throw.
Well, what you like about DiVincenzo, he brings that energy, that relentless energy all the time, and he's got a great feel for the game. Those are traits you want in your rotation.
And so it's Edwards who brings up the ball for the Timberwolves. He goes up, and Fox powers it home. Minnesota with the ball. Count it.
This is what winning is all about. Playing your best when it matters most.
Yeah, you know, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Vassell can't get it to go.
That's the shot they wanted. It just didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
Right side, Wembanyama over Gobert. No good. So we see the Timberwolves taking the W here. Well, this might not have been the most competitive game we've ever seen, but you've got to appreciate their masterful performance.